Hey guys, it's the Jimmy Fan here, along with DD_Richard1, Peter C. of Hannah, Max the Nightmare King, Dark Shadows Reviews, Joe Bean Videos, Totally Animatronics. We did it! Here's the meetup. All of us are here somehow, some way. I personally never thought this would happen, but it worked. And you guys want to say anything?
I have nothing to say.
Yeah, he's got nothing to say. What about you, Jordan?
I don't know.
No one planned this. We're just kind of here.
Unbelievable.
I
never thought it would be
I'm happy that we finally all
once
got
in a
together.
lifetime chance for all of this.
Yeah.
All these people.
We took this summer to plan out for a couple months this big meetup, and it actually worked.
Since like February.
At least February.
Yeah.
Yeah, January, February. But yeah, we just wanted to tell you guys that that this is a really fun and exciting hobby, and we wouldn't be here, I guess, without it, in a sense. We all started meeting from this stuff, but we ended all up being really good friends, and there's nothing better than that.
And it's not like we're just all down the street, you know, like, this dude, he's from Australia, and we're in the United States. That is a 24-hour flight trip.
We're all here in Georgia. I'm from Bismarck, North Dakota.
I'm from New Jersey. I drove here. It was about a 15-hour drive.
I'm from New Jersey, too. I took a plane with Max and from
New York.
I've never gone anywhere on my own before. Anywhere. So this
I was the lucky one that had to put up with all of them. Just kidding.
It started off with those two, and then I came, then John came, and then these three.
Yep. And as far as meeting each other, I think I started with Jordan in 2015, and that's when he joined the GMA channel. And
Kevin.
and there was Kevin, which unfortunately he couldn't make it this year. And then I met Joseph in December of 2015. And soon afterwards, I met...
There was Tyler, but...
Yeah, Tyler. And then we met Donovan, DD_Richard1. And soon after, came these three. But the fact that we all made it here is just so shocking to me personally. I still can't wrap my head around it. But
It all just happened so fast.
I don't want to go back home.
I don't think
Yeah,
any
we're
of us
gonna
do.
I got so bored.
I'm just so happy that we all finally got to meet up, and because like Jordan said, this is probably going to be a once-in-a-lifetime thing, so.
yeah, we all just kind of took it.
Like, some of us might meet from time to time, but not all of us.
Yeah, especially Joseph.
Yeah.
Coming from a completely different country.
It's always on and off. I meet him sometimes. You guys meet occasionally. It's never all one thing, and that's definitely a record that we have permanently broken, for sure.
Yeah, so we're going to be making a few videos with everyone, just like we're going to do some reviews, other things. Yeah, it's just really incredible. I mean, because there's not that many people that do this hobby, if you think about it. There's not that many at all, and we're just scattered all around, really, the world.
It's a unique hobby, I
Like,
think.
the fact that I'm so close to the Jimmy Fan here, it's just really rare.
Really coincidental.
Yeah, really just...
Extremely. And those two are very close.
Yep. I'm not too far away from them either.
Then we have these two.
Yeah, then we have Jordan and Joseph. But yeah, we made it down here. And even though there are some people that are not necessarily a part of the channel, it still is recognized as the same hobby. And that, there's nothing better than that. As far as updates and as why we haven't been active on the channel, this is why. We've all been kind of doing our own thing here. We kind of put social media aside for a little bit because that's how we connected, but we don't really need that right now.
There's really no Wi-Fi here either.
No, there's no Wi-Fi or 4G.
Yeah, terrible.
It takes 5 hours to upload like a 4-hour video, or 4-minute video.
Just look at
4-hour
video.
4-hour video.
Yeah, Jordan spent several sleepless nights trying to upload videos and we failed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
my cameras are full. It's really good.
Yeah, John accidentally dropped my camera on the floor and it shattered. So the fact that it still works is pretty shocking, but yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Anytime.
Yeah.
It costs a pretty penny for everyone to just come here, but it's so worth it. You know,
Especially
600.
Especially
It was 640 for me.
it was 2,500 for me. So
just the circumstances. Like, didn't you like get money from a house you sold?
yeah, I sold my house, so we got some money from that.
If it wasn't for that, I don't think he would be here with us today.
I don't think any of us would.
I don't think-
We all would meet up at some point, but not.
Not
I
to
think
this
the fact that Joseph came from Australia just really pushed it to happen.
The
Yeah.
fact that Joseph would come from Australia.
Yeah, because it was a thought in the back of our minds, and once we found out that he was confirmed to come, that's when everybody was
I
like, you
thought
know what?
became a reality.
It really did.
It kind of motivated all of us to see each other.
Yep. And some of us have never really sat in front of a camera like this before. I've only done it
Yeah.
once.
I've never.
Yeah.
We're not exactly on the social scale at this point.
That's for sure.
We're trying to make the best of it. Any advice that I would like to give you guys that are watching this channel is to never really give up what you truly love. You know, it's something so small could expand to this much. It really could. To everyone coming over to your house and hanging out just because, we all started with the same hobby. We all started as kids and here we are now.
It gets bigger too. More hobbies.
It doesn't matter how many things you have, just the hobby can bring people together. Some hobbies, obviously, like drug dealing, have more bad people, but this hobby and other hobbies like it can really unite you with really good people.
It really can.
I mean, I know it's funny, but it's true though. Like, you can meet really genuine people through certain hobbies.
You really could.
Yeah, like big man over here.
Yeah, big man and
Mr. Krabs.
Mr.
Mr.
Green.
Krabs.
Yeah, it's so
This
much
is big man.
different being here than people in my own area.
Yeah.
With random people that don't even know or understand any of this stuff.
Yeah,
Or
it's
just- yeah.
it's pretty relieving.
I just think it's good that all of us are here so we can all talk about like the hobby and stuff. Because usually when I have people come over, they don't understand why I like this stuff. They see it as just decorations, not a hobby. They see it as once a year thing and not a year-round thing.
We
Yeah.
were talking about it the other day. Some people think you have like a mental disability.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
think
Not normal
that
people.
We're not.
we're not normal.
We're all unique in our own different ways.
Yeah, for sure. What was I gonna say? Well, I'm thinking some of you said something. See, this is what it is. This was totally unplanned. We don't have a script we're reading from.
Yeah.
All we planned out is that the order that we were going to sit down in. That's about it.
It works out better that way most of the time.
Yeah.
Usually.
Even when there is a script made, it doesn't work. Really.
Yeah.
Not,
Usually
yeah.
it screws up more than it is just winging it. Yeah. I mean, I personally can't get over the fact, and I'll always remember this for
Me
sure.
too.
Yeah.
Many years to come.
I'm just so thankful that I'm able to, be here with everybody. Just because I never thought that this would be able to happen. I really never thought it would.
It's funny to think how I met him. I just met him asking for a simple repair, and kind of just took it from there. And
I didn't
less
even
than a
know
year
it was
later,
Why doesn't my pin
I
motor
had
work?
no idea who
Yeah, I
Jordan
didn't know.
was.
Yeah, these two didn't even really know each other. Even
I
I just
Oh,
watched his
meeting up.
videos. That was it.
Yeah.
I asked him if he would sell something, and now we hang out almost like every month.
Yeah, Jordan, he commented on one of my videos on an old channel about Saxful Santas, and it's like, oh man, this guy's pretty cool. Talk about Santas. 'Cause that's so cool.
Oh, how so?
Everybody loves that.
And with him, I think it was
I'll
about
talk about my
repairs
sisters
of
like
life
that.
sizes, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. And then we met up in 2016. And it's been pretty cool. It's been a long ride.
Some of these people, it's like we've known them for years, even though it's only been like...
Yeah, some of us just visited out of nowhere after so many years of talking. It's just immediate.
That's what John said when he everything. Yeah, he thinks it seems like we've been friends for years,
Yeah.
but I didn't even know him before he showed up here.
We had no idea. We didn't know anything about each other. We just met up, and there's no difference in the bond like there is him and I. It's the exact same. Everybody's friendly here.
It's cool because some of us are much younger than others or older than others, but That doesn't matter really.
This age group ranges from 14 to 21. So there are kids of people of all ages that enjoy this stuff. I mean, even full-grown 40 to 50-year-old adults enjoy this stuff. So.
And people might think it's weird that a 14-year-old is going to see older people, but I just don't. Honestly, like, we both enjoy the same hobby, so I don't think I would say anything weird about that.
People of all ages enjoy this hobby, and there's no doubt about that. Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's incredible where we started from and where we ended up. That's what shocks me the most.
But yeah, if you do a hobby that everyone thinks is weird, dumb, or stupid,
Don't listen
not.
to what they say. Do what you think.
Yeah, you know, a lot of kids get picked on for being a little bit different.
If you have friends that think this is weird, they may not even be the best of your friends.
Don't be a follower. Be a leader.
Yeah. For sure.
My collecting really started because of a 2006 Leatherface about 2 years ago.
I started with the stupid singing tree called Douglas River, and I took it around everywhere with me. And then it just...
Mine was many different things.
It's like, what was your first thing?
Cactuses.
No, well,
They were pretty early.
the gorillas came first.
Well, everyone knows mine, the Billy Bass.
Billy Bass.
And everyone knows about Billy Bass. Like, I cracked about when he got his, the lady at the counter recognized right away. When you got yours at the empty store, the lady behind him, oh, big up Billy Bass.
Well, we got ours
Everyone
the
knows
other
about
day.
that.
Everyone
the other
knows
day.
the Billy Bass.
Don, what was your first gym?
My first Jimmy item was from was made at my church. He used to give me gifts when I was a little small dude, way down here out of the camera shot. And it was the Valentine's 40 Flashes Frog. Not exactly what I collect, but it was the first one.
What was yours?
The Graves of Fat Bubble.
Mine was Tentacle Scarecrow, which there is pretty promising.
We're not going to tell you our personal stories and everything.
No, because it'll end up being like a 3-hour video. And
Yeah, no.
it's so totally
None of you want to
overdramatic.
watch that.
Back when I
If
was
you do-
4.
Back in the day.
Back in the day when this all started.
And I knew then.
I'd just like to thank everyone for trying so hard to come down, just because I was coming down. So
Yeah, and you know, I've enjoyed his company, especially. He's been down here at this point in time for about 2.5 weeks now, and it's just
maybe
he's
3
been
weeks.
a
We're going
pleasure.
on 3 weeks.
We have to thank his grandparents too.
Yeah.
They've been really nice.
He's been
to
very
us.
accommodating.
Really
It's a nice feeling to know that. Yes, they might have met up eventually, but it's a nice feeling to know that they tried harder just because I was coming. So it's a good feeling, and at the same time, it's good to be here because no one in Australia really likes this stuff. It's very rare. Like, I've never met anyone with the same hobby, so it's kind of good just to leave home for a little bit and enjoy what you love,
Meet
and
new
then
people.
come back and meet new people. Yeah, and
This video may be an inspiration for others in Australia to just come out of their shells and start collecting.
I'm pretty sure there's someone else.
There's got to be
There's gotta
some.
be.
I mean, there was that little kid that bought something off you, or traded whatnot.
The Santa Bear.
Yeah, the Santa Bear. There are people out there. The only other person I know that collects this stuff in my area is Donovan. North Dakota, I don't know about you.
I haven't found anybody, right?
There's a couple of people in my area.
Well, like
Besides
we
all
just
3 of us.
probably
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, there's a couple of
Peter's probably the only person, he's probably the closest person to me who collects Jeremy items, so, and then he lives all the way in New Jersey, and I live all the way in New
I don't
York, so
know if
that's...
it's bigger. And like the newer generation, I don't know if this hobby's getting bigger or worse because younger people
It's
won't
getting
really-
worse.
We'll see how
Like-
that works. Is that, you know,
Because this
Matt-
stuff isn't really in the market, stuff like this anymore, so people aren't really going to know much about it. There's not going to be an interest.
but you see, when we were
Like that.
kids, most of us were born here in the late 90s to early 2000s, so we grew up with this stuff. We grew up with it when it was in stores, and we got to see it firsthand.
A lot of stores have this. It was basically in our faces everywhere.
Yeah,
So other
they
people
Basically,
might...
but now it's not.
Other people might see it as weird, but just because it's like, I remember seeing a lot of this stuff as a kid, it just brings back a lot of memories from...
And that's one of the reasons why we make videos. I mean, even people that aren't on the channel, why they make videos. Because we fix these things and then we show them to you. Because a lot of these, their gears are all worn out and they need to be replaced with new parts. And also, a lot of them are taken really poor care of.
Yeah,
Before we get-
Big man works his magic. He makes everything work.
Yeah, I tried my best.
I mean, You saw what you did with my Saxon Santa set I've had since I was 4. Everything was broken on those at one point.
And so also to
And
show
now they're
people,
like they just came from the stores.
and also to show people how unique they really are and how cool they can be.
And the skills that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to sort of share our experiences like in store per se with everyone else who didn't get to experience it or forgot about it.
Definitely. And it's been a growing thing ever since this channel was started. It took off, and I hope to see similar results in the next several years for sure. Because we all tried really hard for this meetup,
And
and
it
I
all
think
paid
it's
off.
one of the best decisions for sure.
I'm so glad I made it. Oh my god. Well,
The trouble that these people
I was
had to go
staying at
to.
home, oh my
I had
God.
to take a plane from Australia to the USA by myself. So that was a bit of a challenge.
And he'd never
was
been
that
on a
24
plane
hour-
by
that was
himself.
24-hour flight.
It was an 18-hour flight, but wasn't there about a 6-hour delay?
A 6-hour delay, and at the same time to go from Los Angeles to Atlanta. So
It was a stressful process for everyone just to get in this spot right here.
But I think at the end it all paid off. It
did.
A little bit of a rough start, but we made it happen.
Yeah, I mean, there were a few rough patches within getting everything planned out. It was all a little bit confusing at first because we didn't really know how it was going to work out. But, man, here we are.
I never thought that I would be able to make it, but
No. I always thought it would just kind of be a phase in the back of my mind that, you know, the only way I could talk to people with similar interests is to pull out my phone and go on Facebook Messenger. You know? That was the most
I mean,
convenient
honestly,
way.
that's it. That's how we
Yeah.
That's
talk.
basically what it was.
Yeah.
and that got a little old too. 'cause
Yeah.
You can't,
It got so
you can't
old.
do much with that.
You can only message and
Have terrible connection.
it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, constantly beeping. Cause
For once I can talk to these people and I won't hear a constant beeping of Messenger. This is not connected properly.
I guess one way to think about it is social media is a tool to make this happen. But
I think if it
Yeah.
weren't for social media, I don't think we would be here right now. I think
Well, it's-
basically impossible.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
How would you know I existed?
Yeah.
How would you know Jordan
people would
existed?
probably think that they're like the only one who collects this stuff.
Yeah, because it's not that we go out and to
That's
each
how it
person
was
out there and
back
say,
then.
"Do you collect Jimmy? Do you like this Billy Bass over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I play the same thing.
You want to come
that's-
over and see my
that's-
collection?
It's
No,
not that
see,
easy.
my parents tried to get me into other things, but I just didn't do it because they knew I would have had a hard time making friends. But yeah,
but here you are.
yeah,
Here you are. Here we are.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty much all we have to say about it. Anything anyone else that wants to add?
And
no.
after the video, I'll think of things. But
Yeah, that's how it always works. Man, I should have mentioned
That can go in the description.
Yeah.
Maybe a
If anyone wants to read the
page-long
description.
description, but
Yes.
Actually, even though I'm not on the channel, I have seen it progress, and it actually is very amazing because I started watching when we were at what was it, 1,200 subscribers.
Yeah,
You guys were at,
maybe
and now we're what at 7,000.
almost 8K now. Almost
you gotta
8,000
remember, we started
subscribers.
over again. Too.
I know. I wasn't a part of it, I didn't watch then, and just seeing everything escalate and how big the hobby has kind of gotten, it's kind of amazing, and even to be able to be in a video on that channel that I kind of grew up with and got to see and learn more. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know how to fix anything, and I'm still learning as it is. But it just turned out great, and I'm really happy being here, getting to meet all these people.
Yep. And you know, being here makes it that much easier to feel that, you know, maybe what we are doing is a good thing in a sense. Not just the stuff that we have to hide from people, you know.
And it's different. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna collect whatever, like Pokemon cards. Like everybody does that. This is special.
I've always been open about it. I know some people are kind of secretive about it.
I stopped caring at a certain point.
I think everybody
I really
does
do.
at one point or another.
Yeah.
I think it's good to be open about it because I think if you, the more people know about it, I think they'll get used to it. But if you keep it secret, I don't know.
There is nothing wrong with this hobby.
There's nothing wrong.
It's not hurting
It's
anything.
a good and unique hobby.
It keeps you
Anything's
busy.
hurting you.
But
Takes up all your space.
Seeing how the way how this stuff works is pretty cool too.
Yeah, that's-
there's
Seeing
a
how
lot. There's
far
a lot of
technology-
stuff put into that. Even though they
Technology and
break,
engineering
but
goes.
it's still.
A lot
lot of different things tie into it.
Definitely.
I mean, when you go to pick up some of this stuff, you get to see new places that maybe you've never seen
See
before.
new places, meet new people.
That is for sure. I have met friends through like Craigslist and stuff like that. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
This stuff takes you places. For one sale, my dad and I, we drove 5 hours to northwestern Tennessee. I would have never gone there in my life. There's areas of this country I would have never seen if it weren't for this stuff. So there's a lot of memories with it as well, just how you get something.
I drove through multiple states to get here. So.
Yeah, he actually drove in his car.
He was the only one that made the 14-hour drive.
It was about 15.
15 hours just to get here all night. So, but you know, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, that is correct.
This all happened for at least some reason. There's no question about that.
So I don't have anything else to say. If anybody else wants to.
Yeah, anyone else want to add anything else? We're all good to go. That's pretty much it. You guys get the point. We all made it here, thousands of miles apart apiece.
Nobody's died yet.
Nobody died on the way here.
Oh, he could have.
I could have.
Yeah, there were a few times when he was over here that he could have perished.
Rolling on the barricade over a bridge on the highway.
We could have all gotten hit walking 2-3 hours out of
I thought that was a
gas
good
station.
idea.
Could
Could have died
state
smart
highway.
on them.
Yeah.
That was fun though.
It was an experience.
I was gonna say it's gonna suck when we all go back home,
Yep.
back to the phone.
You know, it'll be I feel like it'll be kind of a very quiet time when everybody gets back and settled into their own lives.
But then it'll just start up again. We'll start talking again.
We'll start talking about another meetup.
Hopefully.
I'm hoping we'll do something else in the
Yeah.
Because
future.
I still don't miss my place at all. I don't miss dance. I don't miss anything.
Well, dang.
Hopefully, the Gemini family and I could work some stuff out where we can hang out every now and then.
Yeah.
We're not too far from each other.
Yeah, I mean, we'll figure out something. I'd hope to meet up with all these guys in the next several years if everyone's still hanging around doing their own thing. I think it'll be a blast.
Yeah.
And as of right now, tomorrow we'll be going up to Donovan's place to hang out and experience his collection, I
And
guess.
then the day after that, we're going to be going. We're all going to go to our last Toys R Us visit. We're going to go to a Toys R Us on the last day. Because I mean, honestly, they used to sell some of this stuff at Toys R Us, and then also it's like the stuff at Toys R Us was the stuff we got before we got into this. It's like, yeah, it's just pretty cool.
I personally never got to see it, but I do know that some of the stuff was there.
Not as much as Katie.
I mean, it showed.
I never got to go there either.
Yeah.
This stuff was practically shoved in my face as a kid, so at that point I just had no choice. I felt like, you know what, let's just
I just think,
try
what would
it
have I
out.
been interested in?
Yeah.
You know, nobody
I don't
knows. Nobody knows.
I think
I don't
everybody
know.
in this hobby
Football?
thinks about I'm the quarterback.
But it's a different hobby, but it's
It's a good one.
a good one.
Very underrated.
Extremely.
That is
Yeah,
But you know, this channel is what's helping it grow a little bit.
I mean, we're letting people know what things are worth. We caused inflation on eBay.
We have.
We actually have.
That's the only downfall though.
Well, it's good if you're selling something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
It's good
for
if you're
sure.
selling, but if you're buying, it's
I
not.
mean, it's not a problem for us. 'cause
I
we,
mean,
you know, we got what we
We've seen listings where they just copy what we say. They use the thumbnail from our
I've
videos.
seen my thumbnail like 20 times in videos.
I mean, I paid $1,000 for a Leatherface. I just paid almost $150 for a Jemmy Chucky with a snapped head. So the
I mean,
prices are definitely going up. But I don't mind it personally.
Oh, thanks to us. You know, but
Thank you for starting your
You're so
channel and
welcome.
causing all this.
The snowflake spinners.
the snowflake
Oh,
spinners
God.
especially, they haven't gone down since 2015. You see a traditional blue bass, about $400. You know?
There's a green one that may not be in the shot that could sell for easily about $500 or $6. People go crazy for some of this stuff, and it's just mind-boggling the prices people spend on some of these items.
Yeah, watch the cactuses go up and go, you know. Thanks to you.
I don't even know if there's any left in the world. Brand new in the box. $299.99.
No, that's how it works.
Picking up Billy Bass, brand new $500 or best off.
I paid
HTF.
$30 for mine, brand new sealed in the box.
People keep rubber duckies, but they don't keep shit like this.
That's what I'm saying.
had 10 of these.
Okay.
3 ended up going to me. Well, technically the remaining ones are all fixed now.
Yeah. 7, 6. Because the one that's in the store today, I don't think can be saved at this point.
It's just interesting to me how something like this can, inspire people.
Yeah.
It's funny how you use the cheapest prop.
Yeah.
Just like shakes
The head's like shaking around.
Do you like my flimsy skeleton? This is what
Something
started
like
it all.
this.
But I think other people see it, like I said before, just as a decoration, not as a hobby.
Piece of plastic.
Piece of plastic.
It's a piece of plastic.
Did they throw away after about 10 years of use when it starts breaking?
Not even 10 years.
Like, don't get me wrong, this was originally designed for decoration, but not anymore.
It's a collector's item now.
Now it's a collector's item.
And,
Sometimes people
yeah.
throw away even if it's not broken, just if they don't want it.
Like, imagine how many of these probably been thrown away. And now how much are they worth? $500?
Around there.
It's crazy to me how some of these things have a better market than a lot of antiques.
Yeah.
A lot of American
Some
history.
people don't see that anymore.
Yeah.
They think fans
just
are
don't
going to
see
stay
that.
antiques. They don't think this will ever be antique.
I mean, look at Teddy Ruxpin. Apparently, he was rated one of the most popular collectible toys out there, and he's
And he's old too.
very old, 33 years old. And I've got a couple of those over there. Those are
I've got
cool.
one too. They're cool items.
Everything has a market eventually, but this has grown to be something just extravagant. Never would have expected it.
This building would just be like a
An
shed.
empty
It would be an
garage.
empty storage
Empty
shed.
garage.
Yeah, with lawnmowers and saws in there.
Yes.
Pretty much. That's what it was.
And thanks to him, we know a lot more about the company, and he's able to save some of these prototypes from getting thrown out and
Destroy
destroyed.
it.
We all pay some sort of contribution to the hobby, I'm sure.
We all do in one.
Yeah, I know Jimmy tried to push the whole collectible part of it with like the frogs. They made like a checklist, dancing hamsters. They had all that stuff. Then they just sort of were like, well, this isn't really working, so they just sort of like moved on, like, well, it's just decorations. But now it's sort of like we're bringing that vibe back. We're sort of
It's interesting,
Resurrected.
yeah, how it never really kicked up when
It kinda
they were
picked up
selling
where
it,
they
and
left
now we're helping them.
for all we know, it could go back to being a collecting. Like they can even push it as a collectible thing.
Hopefully, we'll get to see some of these back in stores.
Yeah.
I doubt it,
Absolutely.
but hopefully
I know there
we
is a
can push
Michael
it.
Myers coming back this year, but it's not
It is a
Jimmy,
disgrace, but it's okay. I will
Here
still
come
be
hate
buying
comments.
it.
Here comes the
hate
comment
comments.
wars right here.
Well, it's still good to see a licensed figure come
That-
back.
that is
'cause
true.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, and
We had Jack, we had Wicked Witch of the West, we had The Exorcist, so
Yeah, but it's almost like we sort of resurrected the hobby though, because if you think about like in 2015, that skeleton board, the neck is a spring, okay? And the ones that they made last year, they had the original neck pieces. They had good quality audio, like the Jack Skellington, like the fingers, like that's really a true innovation that lives up to their
Unique.
name.
I don't know really of any other Jimmy item that has that kind of animation on it.
Yeah. The hobby itself didn't really exist until fairly recently, I'd say.
That is true.
At least within the past maybe 5 to 10 years. I'd say is when people started really getting into it.
I would say it really picked up in late 2014, early 2015. So it really picked up.
Yeah,
That's when
Probably
I
started
joined.
around 2007
Yeah.
onwards.
I
That's
mean-
probably when it started.
I've been into it since about 2006. I was around 4 years old then, but I really didn't get into it until around 2015, 2016. So
That's why the older stuff is harder to find because it wasn't really a theme back then.
I mean, back when I first got my first prop, which was his Harry Scarecrow, I didn't know that it would make me have all the stuff that I have now. But I really started getting into Jemmy items probably like 3 or 4 years ago, and that's when I started to realize that, like, I don't know.
This stuff has
Yeah.
collectible value, and
Yep.
there are people that you can associate with that have similar interests. But you guys got to remember, this is just a hobby. It's not really a lifestyle.
do not let it take over your life.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep it regulated for you younger collectors out there. I know you're probably all into this stuff.
We're not saying it's bad. We're not saying don't do it at
Absolutely.
all.
But
It's
don't
a good-
overdo it.
It's a good side hobby. Well, not really a side hobby, but
Enjoy doing it, but don't put it first.
Yeah.
Exactly. Always care about family, friends.
School.
education.
Let this hobby take you places. Let it bring people together.
Let it help you develop into something more. For example, I know how to fix this stuff. Maybe it can take me into some sort of field of engineering. Maybe it can take me there.
Mechanics.
I mean, all this stuff pretty much like taught me how to like solder and stuff, replace gears and stuff like that. These are all good things to know.
Yeah, it's not like you just buy something and you just set it on the shelf. You usually have to do something to
Well,
it.
nowadays, yes, you probably have to fix it.
Absolutely.
So things break down over time.
All the skills you learn from just doing this can help you with many other things.
It will definitely
It's
help.
not just going to help you with, oh, let me repair this animatronic. There's many other things out there.
Like
that
problem
you can
solving
fix.
and stuff like that.
Teaches you about diagrams, wiring, electricity, mechanics.
Based on the schematic that we don't have, we can repair the board.
Absolutely. Yeah. That pretty much covers it. That's about it. I think we've said everything that we've had to say, or wanted to say. And we just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching the channel and staying with us throughout this journey of Jimmy stuff, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoy. We're all just kind of not knowing what to do because
I can say yeah. Okay, it's fine. Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah. Sir.
Sir? Yeah. You want that for Mr.
Yeah, he's right.
So one of us, I guess, is going to stop the camera, whoever's closest. We hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we all thank you for watching.
Hey guys, it's Jovian Videos on Jovian
I don't know.
Animatronic.
They say it all looks good, but I don't really like it.
Alright guys, let's see. What's going on? Oh, we're not even ready yet.
Hey guys, it's the Jimmy Fan here, along with... Did you reach out one? No!
Oh, you missed the shot!